boy, stop. You ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues.
Welcome back, everybody, to M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Currently, it's the Steelers with the football as we get back in. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Landry. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That one a first down pickup of 8. On first down, Friedman. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 3, 2nd down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and 1, Jackson forced out to his left. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up out to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that will keep this a 2-point game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson now.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
York now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 5. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Up the middle they go. Potts, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Potts, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Terry. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Back to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through,
and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Friedman.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Ravens taking the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 39, Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, what a move. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll run on first down. Potts. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
To throw is Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Now it's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Jackson being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
They go play action here on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
They'll look to throw here. He gets this one to Johnson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Ravens.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Friedman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it fourth down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Terry. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Steelers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning.
So you know it's only right, that's how we hit it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just